Nicole King. I'm the broker owner of 41 Realty Group in Billings, Montana. I'm here today with Nicole Griffith. She is the owner of Well Paired. Nicole, will you please tell us, how did you start Well Paired and what's sort of the background? What made you create such a unique restaurant?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for coming to talk to us. I started Well Paired in 2013. It was right after I had got done with college and really just struggled eating healthy all through it and wanting healthier options and having nothing here. Yeah. So I'd lived in Vegas for a while. It was really warm there, moved back, was just used to fresh produce and then didn't have it. So I think it just came from more of my own selfish reasons of feeling like I needed healthier food and that if I needed it, then everyone else could benefit from it too.
Yeah, it's been super successful. So I have two questions about that.
Yeah.
Where do you get the fresh produce then? Because that's not always common in Billings. And then how do you come up with all the menu items?
Yeah. Our fresh produce comes from Spokane, and we get produce pretty much every other day. So we just get a lot of produce. We go through about 600 pounds every other day between the two locations.
What?
Yeah.
That is so much.
Yeah, so it's a lot. And my brother worked for me for a really long time.
Okay.
And he went to culinary school. So most of the stuff that's still on our menu today is either something we came up with together, something he came up with, or a very few amount of things are things we've redone ever since he left. And then moving forward, we take what's seasonal, we take what's either somewhat on the trend, or we take things that we just really believe in of being healthy and beneficial that we want everyone to enjoy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So is there a particular ingredient or a vegetable or fruit or something that people go, I don't actually know what that is. Tell me what that is that you get most often?
I think aversion-wise, people are scared of kale. So I'd say most of the time people want to avoid that, or iffy to have it in a salad, or iffy to add it to a juice or smoothie. Trying to think of something people don't know. We have a couple super foods on our boost menu, like hemp hearts, bee pollen, super greens that are like a mix of matcha and spirulina. So I think those are probably our top ones of just some boosts that we add to smoothies or acai bowls or juices.
Okay. Yeah. And then, so when people say, hey, I don't actually know what this is, can you describe it a little bit for me? Everybody who works here, I'm assuming, jumps right in and just says, this is why this ingredient is so amazing, and they add it to their food. I think that's the hope, that everyone knows and can just jump in. Okay. But if not, I think there's always someone that knows and can jump in and say it, which is the best part. There will always be someone that knows something that you're dealing with, whether it's we talked about this earlier, whether you're gluten-free and need gluten-free options, or you're dairy-free and need something as an alternative, or what to swap, or what's good for a hangover versus what's good for being sick. There's someone that probably knows every one of the things. It's just we all know different stuff. Awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm very thankful for your whole menu because like I told you earlier, I can't eat gluten or dairy, and it is so wonderful to walk into a place and say, okay, if you take the croutons off of this or whatever, I can eat everything else that's in there. Or if I ask them what's in the dressing, they'll be able to answer me and tell me if it has any dairy in it or anything like that. And I love that I have so many options when I come down here.
Oh, thank you. I really
appreciate your restaurant.
Thank you. I sure appreciate that.
Yeah. And then, so how did you come up with the name Well Paired? And then tell us how you started.
Sure.
Did you always have the two locations?
No. And actually, when we started, our name was Get Juiced.
Get Juiced.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So it wasn't Well Paired. We started as a food truck. So I didn't intend to have this restaurant keep going. I just thought it would be something I did for fun and in the summer and at events. And so we still had a very similar menu of juices, smoothies, wraps, yogurt bowls, acai, all the things. Okay. It was smaller, but we ran out of a food truck, and then when the summer ended, we were asked to go into the mall. So we had a kiosk in the mall that we ran until spring of the next year. Okay. And then when spring hit that next year, our first location's brick and mortar, the spot opened up. So we leased out that location and then had our first brick and mortar along with the food truck. And about 2 years later, we opened up our second location, and we rebranded right before we did that. About 6 months before that, we changed to Well Paired.
Okay.
And then Well Paired came from a couple reasons. At the time, being Get Juiced, we had 50% of our sales were coming from food, but everyone we talked to had no idea that we had food.
Yeah.
So it was our current customer base that had expanded into buying different products that we offered. So if we changed, we knew that we would just kind of expand our target demographic and who we wanted to reach, and people would know us for more than just juice.
Okay.
And then we never owned the Get Juiced brand, and so we knew that when it came to like expansion, or if we wanted to go into different states, we wouldn't have ownership to say like just getjuice.com, or to have those domains, or to have those social platforms. It would have to have a like ending, like an MT for Montana or something attached.
Sure. So the name was super important, going from one that you wouldn't be able to license and have exclusively to Well Paired, which you can. And so marketing is super important. We were talking about this earlier, that we work with an amazing marketing company. Just want to plug that a little bit. Logotype. They have done such a good job for you, creating a beautiful sign, and then just all the great marketing materials that they have created for you. But you know, that's not what keeps people coming back. It's your delicious food. So what is your top selling food item?
Oh, I feel like it's pretty easy for me to say. The Gluten is our, it's been our staple. It's one of our staples, and it's been on the menu since day one.
Okay.
And the dressing's changed so that it's dairy free, but that's the only thing we've ever tampered with.
Okay.
So it's spring mix, and then pears, red apple, red onion, goat cheese. We make our own candied walnut, so it has a house-made candied walnut, and then our dressing is a homemade sweet onion vinaigrette that's made from cauliflower, vinegar, spices, and water.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is delicious. I don't do the goat cheese, mostly because of the dairy issue, but I'm not a goat cheese fan. So there's that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Gluten is delicious. And you can get that as either a wrap or a salad, right? So like folks like me who need to be also gluten-free can take the wrap out. Do you have gluten-free wraps?
We do.
I've never
We have a gluten-free wrap that's like the same size as our regular wrap. Nice. Stays really well together too, so you don't feel like you're getting gypped, which I think is so important. If you're going to swap stuff out, you want to feel like you're still getting the same value.
Yes.
So we have a really good gluten-free wrap.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited. Next time I come in, I will definitely order the gluten-free wrap.
Good.
I'm always just going for the salad. I don't even pay attention to the wraps anymore, because I just assume that most places either don't have one, or like you said, don't have one that stays together well.
Right.
They all seem to just fall apart.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad to hear that yours doesn't.
It doesn't. But let me know what you think too. I'd love to hear what you think.
For sure.
Good.
So if people want to find you, where do they go? How do they find you? Where are you at?
Yeah, I think our biggest presence is on social media, so Instagram and Facebook, just at Well Paired. Our website is wellpaired.com. We have an app that you could download on your phone. If you have an iPhone, you could download the app, which is Well Paired.
Nice.
And you can order online, delivery, pickup, all of that is offered on that platform too.
Very good.
Yeah, I think those are our main ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Physical
and then two locations.
Physical locations are, where's your first one?
24th and Broadwater.
Okay.
So right next to Anytime Fitness.
Perfect.
And if you're from Billings, it's like kitty corner from Softies, which is like the staple that you would know. And then our downtown location is on 27th and 1st, right next to Walker's, which is the one that we're at.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I really, really appreciate your time today, and I hope everybody goes down and has some food and some juices at Well Paired as soon as possible.
Thanks for having me.
Have a great day.
You too.
Talk to you guys next time.